Well, the United Nations mission in Mali has paid tribute to 7 Guinean peacekeepers killed in an attack on a mission base in northern Mali. Malian Islamist group Ansar Dine claimed responsibility for the attack in the northeastern town of Kidal before being flown to Guinea. 7 coffins draped in UN flags were displayed at MINUMSA headquarters in the Malian capital Bamako. After awarding posthumously UN medals to fallen peacekeepers, General Michael Lawsgard, MINUMSA force, who is working on finding the perpetrators, said they've become an immediate threat to MINUMSA. Welcome back. At least 53 people have been killed in Ghana when a bus hit a truck head-on north of the capital Accra overnight. The accident was so gory that authorities deem it one of the deadliest road crashes in years. The Metro Mass Transit coach was said to be heading in the northern town of Tamale from the second largest city of Kumasi when it collided with a cargo truck loaded with boxes of tomatoes. Many of the passengers on the bus are believed to have died on the spot, while about 23 others were seriously injured. Most of the passengers were trapped in the bus wreckage. And as for the cause, it's believed that the narrow and poorly constructed roads in Accra played a part in the tragedy. Now to some optimistic news. A Kenyan teacher who gives classes against violent extremism is one of the 10 finalists up for $1 million prize for World's Best Teacher. Ayub Mahmoud, who teaches at a school identified as a recruiting ground for Islamist militants, said that he was excited and humbled by his nomination by the Vaki Foundation, which works to improve the education of underprivileged children. Mahmoud teaches business and Islamic studies in the Somali-dominated Isli suburb of Nairobi, which is popularly referred to as Little Mogadishu. And for the last 5 years, he's been discussing de-radicalization in his religious classes. Now, finally on Network Africa, if you are looking for one president who is scarcely moved by critics, then look no further than President Robert Mugabe. The incumbent president, who turns 92 come Sunday, is making headlines again as regards his desire to remain president until death. President Mugabe is the oldest leader and the only president Zimbabwe has known since independence in 1980. His aspirations could frustrate the feuding big hitters of his ruling ZANU-PF party, who have been trying for years to position themselves for a post-Mugabe political era. Here's an excerpt of what the opposition had to say about the president's announcement. This is according to Morgan Changarai. He says, amid this looming starvation coupled with an economy of the ropes, no one is paying attention to the national crisis. There is no government response as ZANU-PF is too preoccupied with the succession issue of President Mugabe. Critics often blame President Mugabe for many of the problems which Zimbabwe is faced with. And for our question of the day, we're asking what your thoughts are about President Mugabe's decision to remain president until God calls him, as he puts it. Feel free to send us your feedback either via email or Twitter. The address and handles are right there on your screen. Thank you so much for watching Network Africa on Channels Television. I'm Cynthia Ara.